I am this one guy still with you today for the last match here, and I am going to be joined by none other than Monko2K for this last match of the day. Hello, Monko. How are you doing today?
Hello, I am really cold. How are you?
I am very warm, oddly enough. I'm doing quite well, so, looking forward to seeing what this Germany squad can bring to the table here for their first match with their new and improved WhiteCat focused roster. I think that's all everybody's going to want to talk about, and I think I'd be interested in your thoughts on the man, the myth, the legend himself going into this tournament.
Yeah, that's pretty much the story of at least these few opening matches. Brand new players for Germany, 4 new members, or technically 4. 3, one of them is returning from 2018. But WhiteCat, Neox, and Smarteyy, all brand new talent. WhiteCat, of course, the #1 global player currently. And I believe this is his first badged tournament since his unban. Same for Neox.
Yeah, that is correct. This was perfect timing.
We have seen WhiteCat play a couple of show matches, same with Neox, but we haven't seen them play any real tournaments, at least not on Band Show. So it's going to be interesting to see what he can bring to the table in these early rounds.
Yeah, I think the story of WhiteCat is going to be a big focus for a lot of people in this tournament. You've seen Germany performing really, really well in the last couple of years. They've been a top team 2019 and 2018. And now, the big question, will WhiteCat be what it takes to push them over the edge and maybe finally, assert some dominance over the other teams at the top, like the United States? But first, they've got to contend with Turkey, and this is a very early round, and this is a Turkey team that, as I said, did manage to take a point off the United States last year, who, of course, went on one of the most historic OWC runs we've ever seen. So I don't want to ignore them. They're a team that I would like to see at least get a point and make this match interesting.
Yep, and they have certainly improved since last year. They've also got 4 new members, and they've improved their seeding. They were last seed last time around. This time they're not quite last, 29th, so they are on an upwards hill. But same for Germany, moving from 6th seed last year to 4th seed this year. It looks like they are more ready this year, I would say.
Yeah, I think, they come in with some players just on absolute tears. Okinamo has looked amazing in a lot of tournaments recently. WhiteCat, of course, making his first appearance, as you said, in a badge tournament. You've got guys like Dustice, who is up there with Bubbleman and Vaxay, the kind of final bosses of OS World Cup, where they're the guys that everyone looks toward for the dominant performances. So Germany coming in very ready for this tournament, one of the pre-tournament favorites. I think one of the few teams that people consider in that SS tier up there with the United States, and some would say maybe Australia as well. And they're going to look to see, to avoid any sort of trap games. The United States lost a point last night. Germany going to try to avoid seeing that same fate happen to them. And we're going to get quickly on into the bans and picks here. And, the question for me, too, is, what do you even try to pick and ban against a team that's this well-rounded? I have no clue.
Yeah, especially in this early stage where you really can't abuse Germany's few weaknesses, if there are any at all. I think Turkey's just going to have to bet against banning their worst maps on this pool. This map pool is slightly easier than the qualifiers map pool, about 6.1 average star rating, I believe, versus 6.3 in the qualifiers. But on paper, a very difficult task for Turkey. I think they are probably, looking at their qualifier statistics, they tended to have a worse time with flow aim maps versus raw aim. And I think they're probably going to go along the lines of that for this match. Probably ban out a Nomad 2, perhaps.
Yeah, looking at this team and knowing the strengths of Germany, I think, they're good at everything, but some of those players especially known for speed and stream. So Nomad 2, Nomad 5, I think both good options to try and ban against them. To at least, if you're Turkey, you're just kind of trying to put your best foot forward. So you want to at least ban out a surefire win for the other team, whatever that is. And I think it's one of those two in all likelihood. Or I could just be completely wrong and they could ban Nomad 1. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah, that is not what I expected. That was actually one of their better performances from the qualifier. But I guess going against a team like Germany, where you've got WhiteCat, the #1 aimer, maybe Nomad 1 is a safe ban.
WhiteCat is in fact just an aim player. That's
his pretty beast at aim.
He's all right at aim, I would say. Maybe decent. Like he's good enough.
Germany gonna ban 2-1. That's kind of surprising for me, given they've got Dustice, Risiing, Okinamo, and
and they
DT2 really better.
And they picked Nomad 3? All right, I don't know. I guess they're just flipping a coin here or something, because I didn't expect any of this. I don't know about you.
It's a little weird, yeah. I mean, Nomad 3 is, I guess, a flow aim map. You could call it that. I don't really know what you would call it. Alternate flow aim.
Nomad 3 is, yeah. I mean, there's been kind of this ongoing discussion because so many players alt now of whether you can still call these alt maps, and Bowman has quite strongly advocated for just calling them flow aim maps now, so I guess maybe that's the trend we're gonna see. But people are familiar with it as alt still, so I'll probably just go with that.
It will also be interesting to see Turkey. They did not do so great on the flow aim map in the qualifier, like I said before, but this is a little bit easier. Definitely a lot easier than the Nomad 3 in the qualifier. That thing was killing me. But nonetheless, probably going to be a difficult match to win for them. I mean, of course.
Yeah, I think if you're against a team like Germany, every map is going to be a difficult map to win.
The whole match is going to be kind of scary.
It's a mountain to climb. It's an uphill battle.
And here we have WhiteCat in for the first map. His first badge map. First map of a badge tournament. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah, I mean, he is the single most hyped player, I think, is pretty safe to say, coming into this tournament. Everybody knows what he's capable of in solo. Very few know what he's capable of in tournaments, as he has been serving out his sentence for being unbanned, as not being able to play badge tournaments for the last year. So anything short of, like, a 5-0 with 5 SSs from WhiteCat, I feel like somebody's going to be disappointed with.
Pretty much. There is a lot of expectation for him, and we'll see if he can bring that out.
I think if anybody's capable of living up to expectations like that, WhiteCat up there with those other guys we mentioned, the Vaxes and Bowmans and Dustices of the world. He has shown time and time again just how skilled he is, and so we'll get to see as we make our way into the first map here. As we said, the first badged tournament map for WhiteCat since its unban, alongside Smarteyy, Okinamo, and Dustice. They'll be taking on Raikouhou, heyronii, Egemen, and Kemsyt. A little less to talk about with Turkey, as their players we're a little less familiar with, but some solid players on that roster who would like to put their best foot forward, as I said, in this match.
Yep, and we can see already it is getting a little bit tough for Turkey in this beginning part. Already 2 misses from Kemsyt, heyronii, and there goes a third one for Egemen. Now just 1 FC remaining on the Turkish side. It is a very short map, already a quarter of the way through, and heyronii is not having the best of times yet. Meanwhile, on the other side, Germany still rocking 4-way FC, as you would expect. But yeah, this is not looking too great for Turkey.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a rough go of things for Turkey, as they have no combos at all anywhere. They're actually maybe just you mentioned they're maybe not good at flow aim, so maybe just the sort of thing they're not great at. Well, let's not look too far ahead. Maybe this is just their weakest map on this pool, and that's all there is to consider here. I'd like to put a positive spin on things for the sake of Turkey, but it's increasingly difficult when they're losing this map as one-sidedly. Germany looking good.
Yep, they have dropped 1 combo on Smarteyy, but still 3-way FC from WhiteCat, Dustice, and Okinamo. Now coming down to the final stages of the map, and there is no question about it, Germany will win this. It's now, how many FCs can Germany get?
I'm going to go with 3, and what I just realized is kind of funny about this, right? Last year, United States dropping that point to Turkey. You do, of course, remember the type of map that it was on.
Oh, yeah.
So this is a little funny to see, Germany saying, hey, United States lost an alt pick to these guys, and we're going to win an alt pick against these guys a year later. That was, a 1.5 million point victory. That was kind of one-sided, I would say.
Yeah, just a little bit. Smarteyy, the only person to not FC on Germany. Three-way 99% from Germany, from Okinamo, WhiteCat, and Dustice. Meanwhile, the Turkish side, kind of a little bit far behind. Kemsyt did manage to beat out Smarteyy, but obviously that was not anywhere near enough. But that was Germany's pick. Not all hope is lost. Turkey now getting a chance to counter whatever Germany just threw up.
And, we saw them banning out the Nomad 1 pick, so this is probably something not too aim-focused that they'll pick, would be my guess. There's a lot of different types of maps in this pool. One thing I like about this, despite being such an early pool, is that it's pretty varied in terms of skill set. You've got alt, you've got tech, you've got reading, you've got the precision aim, you've got some speed. So whatever Turkey feels is their best option, they've got a lot to choose from for it.
It's kind of unfortunate for Turkey how the two maps that they did actually quite well on in the qualifier, DT4 and Nomad 1, or not DT4, DT2, sorry, they kind of fall into Germany's strongest skill sets, speed and aim. So working around that is not going to be easy for them at all. I could see them going for DT2 in this pool, but even then that is quite scary against Okinamo, Dustice, WhiteCat, and Risiing. Actually, they are going to go for it, so I guess I'm just wrong.
Yeah, the DT2 comes out, so, I feel like I'm just so used to saying they obviously know something I don't, but they obviously know something I don't about Turkey and speed, because Germany, I feel like, just kind of eats this type of map, like, for not just for breakfast, but like lunch, dinner, snacks. It's a 4-course meal.
Yup, pretty much here. Going to be expecting very good things from this lineup, and we're actually going to be seeing exactly who I expected to come in. Okinamo, Risiing, and Dustice. It'd be nice to see Neox as well. He's been fabled as a superstar German DT player. And this would be his... Okay, that's Umbre. That's not Neox.
That's not Neox. Unless, they had some really questionable name changes. That is not Neox at all.
Nope.
That's about as not Neox as it gets. Turkey, Raikouhou, Egemen staying in, Mikatsu and Kemsyt. Kemsyt was in before as well, I believe. Again, players that, unfortunately, it's hard to be familiar with because they're not present in as many tournaments. So not guys that I know as much about to say, oh, this dude is very good at speed. But this is their first pick, so clearly this is what they think of as their speed roster. We'll see how it goes for them. This map, of course, the longest of the DTs by 1 second, 2 minutes and 43 seconds after DT is taken into account. 247 BPM, plenty of bursts to contend with, which makes it the exact sort of thing that you would expect many of these German players to be good at that we do know a lot about and have mentioned already.
Yep, this map is pretty standard, a little bit of finger control, and not really much aim component. Perfect playground for the left hand for everyone. Yeah, this is a very scary DT roster that Germany's putting up, even against, any team in the tournament at any stage. I would be very fearful of Okinamo Dustice Risiing on any DT map.
Yeah, it's interesting to me because Germany actually kind of underperformed, I think, on DT and qualifiers. They finished 13th and 8th on the DTs, respectively, which is really not what you would anticipate from a team like that, as you see their performance starting this one off with the SS on Risiing and Umbre in the first couple hundred combo. I believe the top score to contend with is a 3x100 from the previous match. See if anybody can live up to that, but so far, just the break from Raikouhou coming in on the side of Turkey, giving Germany a little bit of an advantage here. I think that 2 breaks, as Mikatsu finds a miss of his own. The Kiais in this one, forcing a little bit of lag, but also forcing some more difficulty. Those streams get a little longer and a little more difficult to maintain. Like Malko said, that left hand is getting a workout on this map. The aim cursor gets a little bit of a reprieve.
Oh. just gonna call out Umbre and Risiing, still holding onto the double S, but Umbre did manage to find a 100 just after the break. But still, 4-way 99% FC basically for Germany. Meanwhile, Turkey still holding onto 2 FCs of their own, with half of the map to go.
I think, as you said, Germany has one of the scariest speed rosters in this tournament. There are not many teams that can contend with them on maps like this. And I think we're going to see that here as their lead is extending up over 400,000 points now. Still the double FC, Egemen and Kemsyt, but the 4-way for Germany, I mean, what do you even do about that? Their accuracy is also good. Like, that's unstoppable.
They would still be winning by quite a wide margin, even if Turkey was still holding on to 4 full combos, and they're not. So, yeah, it's looking a little bit grim for Turkey here. We come down to the final quarter of the map. Risiing still with 1x100, I believe.
Yes,
what is this man doing?
That is some speed on the side of Risiing. Maybe this pick a little bit of a blunder from Turkey, but also, I mean, what do you even do against Germany? You probably are gonna feel like you're blundering in most picks against them. And there's the break from Egemen, just to make sure that things stay on the side of Germany. This is gonna be a 4-way full combo. It looks like that's gonna be score of the weekend on that map.
Wow.
It
wasn't even a bad performance from Turkey, but like, what do you do against that?
I'm sorry.
What is that?
I think that's the highest score we've seen on any map. That's 4.75 million, just about. A 4-way full combo with all over 99% accuracy. A 1x100 from Risiing. Like, yeah, it's round of 32, but what do you even do against that?
Like, I'm fairly certain this score would have beaten any other team in the tournament at this stage.
Oh yeah, there's not a chance. Yeah. That
gonna be quick into Nomad 4. I don't really know how good Turkey is at tech map. I'm not really sure how good they are at any maps.
Yeah, I know that's the downside of these teams. Like, I don't know what these guys are good at. I know Germany's good at everything. I don't know what Turkey is good at. They're gonna just do their best, and that's what we can hope for. But good to see WhiteCat coming back in. So,
yeah, and actually Dustice taking a break for this one. hallowatcher coming in his place. Shout out to the pick'ems maker.
I'd like to see some variation in the rosters. hallowatcher. Well, you know, I wish I had gotten some scores better, but you know, otherwise Pick'em's going okay. So thanks hallowatcher. This is quite the different types of maps in this one. 3 maps in, we're getting a flow aim alt pick, we're getting a speedy DT pick, and now we're getting a tech. You know, those slider aim goes burr. And kick slider streams and all that jazz, plus the 1/3. This has a lot of things going on in it, as to be expected from this song. I think that's what you always get out of maps of this song.
Pretty much. And actually, I think this one might be a good chance for Turkey to steal one if they can put up some good combos, because this is one of the maps that I believe is really easily missable just on random parts, just because there's a bunch of slider streams, some long sliders with ticks in them. And could be some places where some of the German players trip up and give a lead over to Turkey, but we'll see. Again, Turkey would need to perform better. So
yeah, I mean, you know, it's what just kind of happens in these types of matchups. Like, the lower seeded team has to do a lot better, and the higher seeded team has to do relatively poorly by their standards. Which, well, Germany coming into this looking pretty prepared, so I don't know that that's all that likely. But as you said, if there's ever a chance for a team to steal a pick away, it's on the less standard picks. It's on the things like the tech or the alt. So, you know, maybe this will be Turkey's opportunity to increase their performance a little bit, bringing in a couple new players, Shadowa and Kanzaki, and, you know, maybe they'll perform well on this one. We'll see.
In we go. Like I said before, keep your eye out for some slider streams. Could find a couple unlucky breaks across the board on those, but also maybe not. Map is not terribly difficult in that regard, but
WhiteCat has missed. Ladies and gentlemen, WhiteCat has his first break in a badged tournament on Bancho. This is not a drill. The expectations on him could not be any higher, as we've said, but it's okay because they still have a 3-way FC, and there's a full combo reset.
Yeah, there goes, there's Turkey, gone. There's that slider stream, only one person broke on it. He didn't have a combo to begin with, but yeah.
Yeah, those
pick was good for Germany.
Those slider streams are so hard, man. If you don't tap them perfectly, you can just miss. There is a break for hallowatcher, but still the double FC on Okinamo and Smarteyy. Not a great time for Turkey though.
That's exactly what I was talking about. Just these little patterns here. I think WhiteCat broke on a slider earlier, and hallowatcher just missed just after that slider stream. Those misses could technically be enough to give Turkey an advantage here, but Turkey is having their own problems right now. Yeah, Turkey having problems on this one, I think, kind of sums up what's happening on this map, similarly to on the Nomad 4 pick, or Nomad 3 pick, excuse me. Like, it's just not going quite their way, unfortunately, as another couple of breaks on those slider streams come in. Go to the last section here, and yeah, I don't know. Not a lot to say for Turkey, unfortunately. Germany just looking quite good, as to be expected of them. Pretty much here. Last eighth of the map, still 2 full combos for Germany. WhiteCat might as well have a full combo at this point. And yep, once again, another dominant performance from Germany. Not a whole lot Turkey could have done in this case.
You do end up getting that break at the end from Okinamo, so only 1 FC on Smarteyy, but it is still a 1.4 million point win for the Germans. Yeah,
No
4-way
misses.
S rank. Not too bad. That's pretty good.
Yep. Meanwhile, on the Turkish side, 2 S ranks and a 1 miss from Shadowa, but not quite enough to match up to Germany. Once again, it was Germany's pick, so not that terrible, but it is getting closer and closer to match point. But they will have one more chance to try something here, and they're going to try Hard Rock 1. I don't know about that.
I mean, I don't know about any pick, so you might as
True.
well just kind of throw caution to the wind and try something different, and we'll, maybe see how it goes. Maybe they feel good on Hard Rock. I don't know. Obviously, the speed DT didn't go super well, but maybe the Hard Rock that requires a little bit of aim and a little bit of consistency will go a little better for them.
Perhaps. They didn't do too poorly on Hard Rock in the qualifiers, actually, but of course Germany is Germany, so anything's going to be hard. But let's see. We are getting a lot of variation in the picks for this map, for this match. We've seen 2 different no mods, and now 2 different mods, DT and Hard Rock. Have not seen any hidden yet, which is actually kind of surprising to me. I was expecting Germany to use hidden. They actually did quite well on the hidden on the qualifier.
Yeah, I mean, I think hidden was one of their top mods. They finished 3rd and 5th on hidden 1, hidden 2 in qualifiers. So with those, kind of typically being the slightly more gimmicky types of skill sets, often is not top teams being very good at those. But if they're okay with the other mods, then I guess it doesn't really matter. They probably feel like they can pick whatever and do well on it. So
maybe they're playing for good songs. That's possible.
But Hidden 1 is like the best song in the pool.
True.
Actually, the best song in the pool is a tiebreaker, but that's unlikely to say the least in this matchup.
Yeah. I mean, still possible technically if Turkey goes God mode here, but yeah, maybe not.
I'm gonna go with unlikely, but technically, as you said, strictly speaking, possible, just unlikely. So we're gonna get into the Hard Rock 1 pick here. Gonna have hallowatcher, Smarteyy, Dustice, and WhiteCat. We're taking on Raikouhou, Mikatsu, Kanzaki, and edizberkserbest. What is it with Turkish players and having very difficult to pronounce names? I always feel bad commentating their teams because I just don't know how to pronounce half the players.
Who knows? I mean, I guess it's mostly just him and Egemen. Those are the 2.
Egemenbsrms.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's right, but it's what I feel like I have to go with.
Get.
this is a map that has played out very interestingly. A lot of times you see it's about 880 combo, and it feels like somebody breaks around 800 combo every time it's played. So we'll see if that happens again here, but first off, it's going to be the early break in the first couple hundred combo from Kanzaki, so early lead to Germany. Accuracy actually about even, but hallowatcher, the accuracy player, 99.7%, doing his thing quite calm and cool over there on the Germany side.
Actually, scores across the board, doing pretty well. The exception of Kanzaki's miss, everybody is full comboing so far, and we're already halfway through the map. This map is actually pretty awkward to aim in my experience, so it's good to see that Turkey is handling it quite well.
Yeah, they are looking really respectably good on this pick so far. As you said, other than that one break from Kanzaki, they do still have the 3 FCs intact. If Germany finds any misses, they will have the opportunity to try for a comeback here. The score gap is not insurmountable as of yet, but it will get that way sooner rather than later, the longer these 4-way keeps up for Germany.
Yeah, it's gonna take a break from Germany to give Turkey this one, and they are not looking like they want to do that. Kanzaki finding another miss.
Double break. Double break, hallowatcher and Smarteyy.
Oh no, everyone's missing.
It's so
exactly what you said.
Dude, 800 combo hits and people just break. I don't know. Unfortunately, it's not going to matter because Germany did have enough of a lead, but they're going to come out with only 1 FC on WhiteCat in the end.
The WhiteCat factor. Yeah, that was almost good for Turkey. Just, if Raikouhou and Mikatsu had gotten a little luckier and held combo through that, they definitely could have taken that point. And we saw in the end, only 1 FC per team. Although everybody did basically break at the same point. And that will be Germany at match point on their own pick. Looking a little scary for Turkey here. Yet to put a point on the board, but not the end of things just yet. What does Germany go for now? I'd like to see some hidden out of them.
And you're getting some hidden out of them because they obviously heard me mention hidden 1 and they have picked it for themselves.
They are playing all the mod pools this time.
Yeah, we're getting some of almost everything. No free mod, but getting no mod, hidden, hard rock, DT, all represented here today in this match. And this is my favorite song outside of the tiebreaker. It's nice. It's lighthearted. It's upbeat. It's catchy, and it is Germany's choice to try to close out this match with a clean 5-0 sweep.
And on paper, I think this is one of the strongest picks for Germany, just based off of that qualifier hidden performance, them beating out many of the higher seeded teams. But yeah, it's basically the same story for most of these maps, all of these maps really. But let's see what Turkey can do.
I think this is it's a relatively user-friendly, like as long as you're okay with hidden, it's slightly awkward, but it's like a comfortable BPM, it's a comfortable CS and AR, so it's the type of map that people can play alright. It's not like a skill check mechanics map, it's more about, you know, can you read heyronii with hidden and play some slightly awkward aim patterns. It's not like anything over the top crazy, but we said we wanted to see the Germany squad on hidden, and we are getting to see the Germany squad on hidden.
We're seeing Umbre step in place of... I actually forgot who was playing that. I think it was Smarteyy.
Yeah, we had on the last pick Smarteyy alongside WhiteCat, Dustice, and Hallow, so this one is going to be just Umbre, okinamo, both coming in. No surprise there, okinamo very good with hidden as is Umbre.
Looks like Kemsyt has won something out of this match, WhiteCat mutual.
Yo!
Congratulations.
Let's go. With okinamo jokingly asking for a mutual. The funny thing here, of course, would be for WhiteCat to somehow.
It's possible. Well, it was one of his last spaces. Maybe he's feeling a little... Don't know what he just said.
Yeah, I don't speak German. Very unlucky. Für dich nicht? I don't know what that means. Somebody who speaks German, please translate. It is a burning question we all want to know.
Nicked means no. So, poor Okinamo.
He said, not for you. Okay.
Aww.
Not for you. That's unlucky for Okinamo. Getting left out in the cold. Denied entry into the prestigious mutual list of WhiteCat. We're going to get underway here. We'll see if maybe Turkey can get on the board here with what could be the last map of this match, what could be the last map of this round, in fact, of the tournament. This would be a nice place for the round to end if it has to end here. It's at least a very nice chill song and a cute little map. Toybot maps have just a nice feel to them, or as he goes now by Vikala.
Oh, today I learned. I didn't even know that was Toybot.
Yeah. I guess I should have realized people did not know that's who that was. But yeah, Vikala is in fact Toybot.
The more you know.
You learn something new every day.
So good for both teams, really. heyronii with a miss there.
Egemen following.
Egemen finding.
Yep. I don't believe anybody's going to be able to set a new top score on this map for the round. I believe that was it a 1x100 or a 2x100, I believe, is the top score on this. And Turkey, unfortunately, looking like they're going to be falling by the wayside here. Triple combo reset, just Kemsyt with still the FC, but a four-way for Germany intact. Make that a three-way. Okinamo deciding to int WhiteCat for refusing him a spot on his mutual list. Shame on you, WhiteCat. You have made your teammate miss.
Oh, and there goes Kemsyt, and with that, that is all of Turkey's full combos off the board now. Meanwhile, Germany still going strong with the triple FC from hallowatcher, Umbre, and WhiteCat. And, yeah, not looking too good for Turkey. I think the dream of getting at least 1 point off of Germany is probably coming to a close here. Still have the map to go, but not looking likely that Umbre, Hollow, and WhiteCat are gonna do anything terrible here.
If all three of them had gotten simultaneously slow slidered on that last slider before that tiny little break, maybe Turkey would have had a chance, but that was about the only hope I think they would have had. The 1 point dream, unfortunately they will be waking up, and it is more like a nightmare as the 5-0 comes to fruition soon here for Germany by the looks of things.
See if we can get some cool FCs out of this anyways. Looking promising from the trio.
Yeah, three-way. I mean, you know, Germany, mechanical skill really through the roof, so not a surprise. A little smiley face there from WhiteCat, and is that an L and a heart from Hallow? I don't know.
Looks like it. Don't know what that means.
Shadowa typing XD, or writing, I guess. You know, this is just kind of what happens. Unfortunately, you end up being a lower seeded team against a juggernaut powerhouse like Germany. This is kind of what happens. Umbre does drop the FC, so it will not be a three-way for Germany.
Missed that.
Some small consolation.
It's actually pretty good.
Oh, hallowatcher breaking as well. Man, it's too bad those breaks didn't come like 500 combo ago.
Yeah. That had happened a lot earlier, and Turkey would actually have a decent shot of winning this, but looks like
they get no FCs!
Oh.
There will be no FCs for Germany on this pick.
Well,
it's going to be a 1 million point win, and with no FCs. I don't know what to make of that.
Well, it was enough. Anyways, Germany going to be winning this match 5-0. Moving on in the winner's bracket to face off against Indonesia, I believe.
Yeah, Indonesia in the round of 16. All our round of 16 matches, in fact, now set. Germany looking very strong in the 5-0, moving on cleanly, more cleanly than the United States, even with the 5-0 over Turkey. Germany saying anything you can do, we can do just a little bit better.
Yeah, and Turkey actually dropping down to the losers bracket to face Sweden again. They faced them last year and lost to them in the losers bracket, and looks like they're going to have a rematch this time around.
And against another very strong Sweden team. But Germany, going to be the winners, going to advance onward into, as we said, that round of 16. Looking pretty strong. I think the 4.7 million on double time number 2, I believe the single highest team score this weekend, quite possibly, of any map. I can't imagine much was higher than that.
Yeah, it'd take quite a bit to beat that score. but I'm fairly confident that was definitely the highest. But anyways, that will conclude this match, and all of the matches for this weekend. That was the last one.